Hi guys, welcome to another episode on my channel. Today I'm going to share with you all the products you need from every category to make a complete makeup kit. And if you saw the title, these were all products totaling to less than 7,500, so 7,000 and change. And if you're thinking that's affordable, I know it's terrible, but drugstore has become really expensive. I mean, 7,500 for drugstore makeup is crazy, but we live in terrible times like this, so that's how much it costs. And I have tried to select products that are going to suit every skin tone and every skin type. So in spite of this, if some of these products still don't meet your particular need, I'm sorry, but I will mention more options for you in the description bar below, so you can check that out and see if that probably helps. And if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into that video. The first thing everybody needs in their makeup kit is a good primer. And a primer is nothing but a shield between your skin and your foundation, so that foundation can go on really smoothly, because a primer helps fill out all the pores, smoothen out texture, and just basically help with the longevity of your makeup. So whether you're going to be staying out the entire day or you have an event to attend, you will need to use a primer because you want your makeup to be perfect and put the same way throughout the night or the day. The primer that I'm recommending to you today is the Face's Ultime Pro Perfecting Primer. This is a mattifying primer that contains vitamin E. I chose this primer today because it was one of the more affordable primers that was very good because of the vitamin E component in it. And I've put it on my face today and it gave my skin a very smooth, hydrated feel. And although I have certain dry patches on my cheeks, it smoothened all of that out and my foundation didn't cling to those places and just looked really smooth and lovely. So if you don't already have a primer, I highly recommend you get one. The Faces one is perfect and it's kind of on our budget as well. Now that you've primed your face, you now require a foundation, and for foundation I have two options for you. The first one is a more sheer natural looking foundation, while the other one is a little more high coverage. The natural looking foundation for you today is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is the matte and poreless. And although it says on the bottle that it's for normal to oily skin, I find that even dry skinned people can wear this, because I have my dry skin days, extremely dry skin days, and I can still wear this because it's so lightweight that it doesn't cling to any dry spots. It goes on really smoothly and it lasts a really long time as well. So depending on what kind of coverage you are going for, you can pick this foundation. And the other recommendation is the Lakme Absolute White Intense Skin Cover Foundation. This also has SPF 25. Now this foundation is a lot thicker and it gives a lot more coverage than the Maybelline one. So if you have acne or if you just want a thicker full coverage kind of foundation, this may be the way to go, because although it's slightly thicker and provides a lot more coverage, it's not cakey. It doesn't make your skin look like a mask. So depending on what you're looking for in a foundation, I would recommend either one of these. The next thing you are going to need is some concealer, and I have two options for you again. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Amazing product, very smooth, blendable, doesn't kick up under the eyes or look too much, and it conceals a good amount. And the only con that this product has is that their shade range is very limited. So if you are medium to slightly deep, you will not be able to find a shade that matches you, because they just have ones for fair skin. So coming to my second recommendation, this is the Loreal True Match Concealer. Slightly better in their shade range. They have shades for medium to deep skin as well. I found my concealer in this range, and this concealer is just as good and creamy and blendable as Fit Me concealer. But like with any cream product, you will have to set both these concealers with some powder so that they don't cake up or settle into fine lines throughout the day. And as long as you do that, you're perfectly good to go. Now that you have to set your face, the first option I have for you is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. And you probably saw this coming because I've used this powder in every single video of mine. This is a much loved product, if you can tell from the way I've exploited it on the cover. It's nameless and faceless. The reason why I love this product is because it is so affordable, but the quality of it is like a high-end powder. It is so lightweight and still conceals, sets your makeup throughout the day. It doesn't look cakey or powdery on your face, and it's just beautiful. It just sets the makeup so well. You wouldn't want another powder. But it's not really easily available. It's available only in Parcos outlets and maybe standalone Rimmel outlets. So if you can't find this product, the second option I have for you is the Lakme Compacts, the pressed powder forms, which have been around from the time immemorial. I have seen my mother using this powder, and as old as it is, it's still super good. It's lightweight and still has enough coverage to set your face and maybe conceal some more than your foundation did. And it's a beautiful product. So if you can't find the Rimmel Stay Matte, try the Lakme one. The next thing you're going to need is blush, and the blush I've chosen for you today is the Revlon Powder Blush in the shade Wine Not. It's shade number 4. And the reason why I chose this particular shade is because it's slightly mauve toned, and I thought it would be the perfect color to suit all skin tones, because it's the perfect color to make you look like you have a natural flush to your cheeks and not something fake and over the top like a coral or pink blush sometimes looks. And Revlon blushes, if you haven't tried them before, are one of the best blushes on the market. They are so smooth and satiny, and although it's a powder blush, it's not powdery, you know what I mean? Like some blushes, the minute you swirl your brush into it, it kicks up so much dust and there's more in the air than on the brush itself. It's not like one of those blushes where the minute you put your brush on it, it's a huge stamp on your cheek that's so unwilling to move around and blend into your skin. This one blends beautifully. So if you haven't already checked out Revlon blushes, I highly recommend that you do. With all the highlighting and strobing trend going on these days, you may be wanting to experiment with some of them yourself. And one such amazing product is the Maybelline Duo Stick. Now this product comes with a highlighter on one end and a contour on the other. Not a huge fan of the contour because honestly the shade selection is terrible. They have just 2 shades and both of them look kind of the same, so it's not going to suit a lot of skin tones. But the highlighter is amazing. It's a cream product, so it blends really well with the skin no matter what your skin type is, whether you're dry or oily. And cream products just generally look very flattering on all skin types because it doesn't look too fake or powdery on the cheeks. It looks perfectly beautiful and radiant and kind of like a glow from within. Another reason why I love this product is because of the shade. It's a peachy champagne toned highlighter that goes with all skin tones. It complements all skin tones really well, making it look very beautiful and natural looking. And it's also one of the more affordable highlighters on the market. So if you're really into the highlighter trend, you have to check this one out. Moving on to eyes now. One of the most affordable and fabulous palettes that I found in the market was the Maybelline The Nudes Eyeshadow Palette. Now, the reason why this palette stood out among all the other palettes in the market was because of its shade selection, the quality of the shadows, and the price. It has 5 mattes and 7 shimmer shadows in it. They are all pretty neutral toned, but they cater to your everyday natural look as well as your glamorous party one, because although it has a good range of neutrals, it also has some really good golds, bronzes and copper tones in it, which really cater to all your festive needs. And the shadows are pigmented and blendable enough to make it look natural and smooth looking, whether you are a beginner or a professional. You can find this palette very easy to work with and it lasts throughout the day. I have worn this about 7 to 8 hours and it hasn't budged, especially if you have a primer below. And for this price, honestly, one of the best palettes out there. This next product is one of my all-time favorite products, and this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Now, this mascara has been around for a couple of years now, and it is just as good as it used to be when it first came out. Now, the best thing about this mascara is the applicator on it. It's a plastic applicator, not the rubberized or the bristled one that mascara sometimes come with. This has a curved tip and it has short, hard bristles on it, which really take up each lash and curl it and lengthen and volumize. You don't need false lashes or a lash curler with this mascara because it does all three in one and does a fabulous job at that. Now, this comes in two variants, a washable and a waterproof one, so you can pick the one that suits your needs the most. And this mascara doesn't flake, it doesn't crumble, nor does it smudge on you, which is the most amazing thing about this. You can wear it throughout the day and it still won't budge unless you actually get it off. And for all these reasons, it's one of the best mascaras out there, and it's super affordable. I cannot talk today. It is super affordable, so what more could you ask for? Everybody, in my opinion, needs a good liquid liner, and my favorite is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Liner. Now, I personally prefer liners that come in the pen form rather than ones that come in tubes or tiny bottles, because I find that these are the easiest, the quickest, and they are the most efficient. And this eyeliner is perfect because it has a beautiful tapered tip that comes to a nice point, so it's going to help with all your sharp winged looks, and it's very easy to use. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge away. It actually smudges slightly in the inner corners of your eye, but only when your eyes are really watery. But if you do apply that close to your inner corner, make sure you tightline your eyes with some black kajal on the upper rim of your eyes, so that even if the eyeliner kind of fades in the inner corner, there's still that kajal inside that keeps it looking black and fine. So as long as you keep that in mind and take care of that aspect, it's a fabulous liner. It's pigmented, it doesn't flake away, it doesn't sting the eyes, and it's super affordable. So another staple in every makeup kit is a good black kohl pencil. Now, there are tons of options out there in the market, ranging from 300 to 500 to 1000. You can just go on and on. But a good affordable pencil would be the Lakme Eyeconic Kajal. And although to show you now, I just have the green pencil, I just got done with my black. This is one of the better pencils out there that is still easy on the pocket. It's smudge proof, it's waterproof, it says that it's a 10-hour stay, and it doesn't burn the eyes. And it's one of the first pencils that came out apart from the Maybelline Colossal Kajal, and it is really good in spite of all this time it's been around. But if you don't mind splurging on your eye pencil because it is a staple, you may want to check out the Colorbar Just Smokey Kajal. They have a ton of different shades, all beautiful. They are waterproof, smudge proof, and they last such a long time. Even after you wash your face, you have to specifically get into the inner rim of your eyes to get it out because that's how long lasting it is. And this is 800 and something, I think. And because it is slightly pricey, I didn't include it in my list. But like I said, if you want to splurge, this is a fabulous option as well. The last, but definitely not the least thing everybody needs in their makeup kit is a good lipstick. Now, I know lipsticks are super personal and I obviously can't cater to every lipstick need out there. I just wanted to include a neutral option and a bold option just for those of you who needed a little help in that department. So the neutral lipstick option I have for you is the Maybelline Matte Lipstick in the shade Nude Nuance. This is shade number 657. It is a muted toffee toned lipstick and it looks beautiful on a variety of skin tones. But if you are much deeper, you may want to line your lips with a darker brown pencil before going in with this, if you don't want it to totally blank out your face. And the darker, more festive option I have for you is another Maybelline lipstick. This is in the shade 547 and it's called Pleasure Me Red. And this is a glossy lipstick. Since I recommended one matte, I thought I'll show you one glossy one. And this is a beautiful glossy lipstick. It's the one I'm wearing on my lips right now. And this is not a bright red, but a more toned down, deeper red, and this kind of shade looks good on all skin tones, no exception, and that's the only reason I chose this. And these two lipsticks will almost keep you covered unless you're a lipstick maniac like me and you just want a lipstick in every possible shade. And we're finally done. Those are all the products I had to recommend for you in each category. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, do mention it in the comments. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, and this and it's super shade selection